Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we speak right now, the former president of the Republic of Kenya, President Uhuru Kenyatta, is chairing a Jubilee NEC meeting, the next meeting of the Jubilee Party. The next committee of the Jubilee Party is the committee that is mandated with the rules of conducting internal elections within the Jubilee Party. And of late, you all have realized that a campaign had been launched by William Ruto's minions within the government of the day, led by Farouk Kibet, the PA to the president, to attack former President Uhuru Kenyatta. And one question that they asked, is Uhuru Kenyatta really a retired president, or what is his endgame in the current politics of the Republic of Kenya? This is what they feared, because Uhuru Kenyatta has been working behind the screens to develop and strengthen the Jubilee Party ahead of the 2027 general election. Now, among those that are in attendance in today's Jubilee NEC meeting or today's NEC meeting of the Jubilee Party is none other than the former Interior Cabinet Secretary and presidential aspirant Fred Matiangi. Now, before we speak about the NEC of the day, allow me to take you back on 26th of September last year, over a month ago. The Jubilee Party conducted its yearly National Delegates Convention meeting, which took place at Nairobi Gong Race Course. The said meeting, something very, very unexpected happened, where the former president Uhuru Kenyatta took the stage to speak about matters affecting the people of the Republic of Kenya and how he is going to make it his duty to strengthen the Jubilee Party ahead of the 2027 general election, promising that the Jubilee Party, being one of the biggest parties that we have in 254, will field a presidential candidate ahead of the 2027 general election. Many had predicted that meeting or the Jubilee NDC would have been the declaration ceremony of Fred Matiangi as the Jubilee candidate for the 2027 general election. But instead, Uhuru Kenyatta and the whole of the Jubilee fraternity assumed even the presence of Matiangi at the Jubilee NDC. Matiangi was never given a chance to speak. He was never invited or even recognized in the said Jubilee NDC. Why did they play that card? One thing, Matiangi was not a member of any party in the Republic of Kenya, and most so he was not a party of Jubilee Party. So on 26th of September last month, it was an initiation process of Matiangi into the Jubilee Party. That is when Matiangi was actually registered and enrolled himself as a member of the Jubilee Party. So, knowing what we expected then couldn't happen, because we expected Matiangi to be crowned the deputy party leader or the party leader of the Jubilee Party to take over the mantle from Uhuru Kenyatta and work towards strengthening the Jubilee Party so that it would give him the actual power to negotiate in the opposition, the United Opposition negotiation table come the year 2027. But what happened was unexpected. But this is what happened. Matiangi was brought into the party. He became a member of the Jubilee Party. And that is what he told us. After that NDC, that is when Matiangi revealed to the people of the Republic of Kenya that now he is a member of the Jubilee Party and nothing is going to change that. Now, reason, even before the death of Raila Amolo Odinga, Uhuru Kenyatta had organized and had met with Raila Amolo Odinga on matters of the Jubilee Party, working again in coalition with ODM Party ahead of the 2027 general election. And it seemed that Uhuru Kenyatta had sweet-talked Raila Amolo Odinga into backing out of the broad-based government after 2026 to coming into a new coalition that will be formed with Jubilee and other parties within the United Opposition, including the Wiper Party, because Uhuru Kenyatta and Kalonzo Musyoka are also in an agreement that we are yet to see it being actualized. In the near future, you will see that these people have been working behind the curtains together. Fred Matiangi, Kalonzo Musyoka, Uhuru Kenyatta, and Rigathi Gachagua. Many of you might have predicted that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and Rigathi Gachagua are people that can never in any way come together to work together. But who hug to you who thinks that? Now, to make sure that Matiangi actually has the powers to either negotiate or seek a presidential or a deputy presidential ticket, Matiang'i has to be either a party leader or a deputy party leader somewhere. And that is why the today's NDC is meant to actually install Matiang'i as the Jubilee deputy party leader for him to deputize Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta in the Jubilee party. And Uhuru is working behind the curtain to strengthen this party, to strengthen Jubilee Party, to strengthen the United Opposition Coalition. And that is why you saw Akina Gladys Wanga, Akina Aaron Cheruiyot, Oscar Sudi, Farouk Kibet, all of them coming together to attack Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta because they have intel from their NIS sources on how Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is working behind the curtains to make sure that the united opposition sticks together. Many would have predicted that Uhuru was somebody that could never support Rigathi Gachagua, or Uhuru couldn't have supported Kalonzo Musyoka for presidency. But hang to you. Remember, the reception that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta received during the burial of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. That is something that does not sit well with the current government. Another thing is how Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta currently is playing his silent politics. He is making silent moves. You all thought that there is nobody that can take the mantle of replacing Raila Amolo Odinga. But the death of Raila Amolo Odinga as the unifying factor of the people of the Republic of Kenya leaves Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta with this mandate. Having been trusted by people outside Mount Kenya region, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is the person to decide on how the people of the Republic of Kenya are going to vote for the united opposition come the year 2027. But one thing is for sure, they have already settled on Matiangi Kalonzo ticket. That's it. That is a ticket that is going to go down, and that is a ticket that will actually have a chance against William Ruto's regime. William Ruto thinks that he is so smart and yet he has outsmarted everybody because he has forced ODM to actually declare allegiance to him until 2027. But that is just by a word of mouth. Truth be told, the heart of the people of ODM left William Ruto the moment we received the news of the passing of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. For the today's NDC, it's just a matter of let's wait and see because Matiang'i is going to take up the role as the deputy party leader of Jubilee Party, and he will actually now start campaigning for his presidency without fear. Ladies and gentlemen, what is your take on today's NDC? Or what do you think Uhuru should do so that we can have a united front for the united opposition come the year 2027? Leave a comment on the comment section. See you in our next video. This is the Kenyan Daily Report.